Joining me now is Eric Scollard. He's Vice President Worldwide Sales for Qumulo, and they had a whole bunch of announcements at the show today. Eric, what sort of things are new in your world?
Hey, thanks Martin for having me come on. It's been exciting times here at Qumulo. As you know, we're involved in providing scale-out storage for customers in the broadcast, media, and effects industries because increasingly storage lives at the heart of every part of the workflow, and the ability to put that data in the hands of the right people at the right time can have a tremendous impact on the success they have in delivering high quality content to their customers.
It's high value data these days,
Absolutely.
isn't it? You don't want it going missing, you don't want it stolen. How do you help your customers there?
Well, first of all, we talk about scale because these days, people talk about capacities in terms of not just terabytes anymore, but petabytes are becoming quite common.
Yeah.
And so first of all, you have to be able to create very large file systems so that you can store files in the kinds of new rich media formats that exist, and then to your point, share them freely, which is why we announced this week the existence of the Qumulo File Fabric, which is the first scale-out file system that operates independent of physical hardware and allows customers to store and share data on their premises and freely in the public clouds as well.
And you're using some of the Amazon web servers to help you with this project?
Yeah, this is really exciting. Everybody knows that the cloud is the next thing that's disrupting media workflows and just businesses in general. And what has been happening is that customers have a desire to do real production and distribution work in the cloud, but that technology hasn't existed before.
Yeah.
For the longest time, people have thought about the cloud as just an archive where you store older assets, but today people want to be able to do transcoding in the cloud, editing in the cloud, rendering in the cloud to take advantage of the speed and the agility and the scale. And Qumulo is the first scale-out file system that exists in the public cloud, so we're really excited about that.
It's extraordinary to think we're at that stage already, because the time was, the upload speeds, even for major cities, were just painfully slow. They couldn't deal with gigabytes or petabytes of data, could they?
No, they couldn't.
Things are changing.
They really are. So there's still the latency between getting the data from your place into the cloud, but the other big bottleneck has been just the speed of the processing and storage in the cloud itself. Yeah. And so by delivering a scale-out file solution like Qumulo File Fabric, we can actually render at speed in multi-gigabyte per second amounts of throughput that make it possible for the first time to move real high-value workflows into the cloud in a way that just hasn't been available until now.
And this is a global business these days. If an enterprise wants to do some work, they've got a graphics talent in Australia, they've got an editing talent in the United States.
Yep.
Can they share the files easily?
We're doing that right now. We have customers that have teams in Vancouver, BC, Los Angeles, and London that all want to be able to work together and see all of those content assets as a single thing and not have to worry about building different environments that are very expensive, not very scalable, and frankly too slow for the speed at which modern media needs to be delivered. So that's very much what we're trying to power.
So how are you managing to do this for a price that your customers like?
So that's the real trick, because when you have petabytes of data, they have to be fundamentally inexpensive. And one of the things that's been a problem in the past is that storage has been delivered in proprietary, hardware-intensive form factors, and that every time you needed to replace your storage, you had to buy all of the software that powered it again. With Qumulo File Fabric, we have a disruptive model that allows customers to use Qumulo on the hardware of their choice and license it on a subscription basis, very much like the cloud, pennies per gigabyte per month, instead of these heavy legacy architectures that are just, too expensive.
Eric, great to talk to you. Thanks for being with us today.
Martin, great fun. Thanks so much.